Good morning. My name is Michael, and I'm the Community Success Director of IPEVO. Welcome to IPEVO's second webinar. Good morning. How's everyone doing today? So today I'll be talking about this topic. It's called IPEVO's remote learning methods in detail. And for this webinar, it's actually quite similar to my first webinar. And but then I've added some more additional details on the iDocCam section, actually. So the takeaway from this webinar includes you'll learn about what IPEVO does, and you'll learn about how IPEVO can help you teach remotely, as well as IPEVO's remote learning methods. Essentially, we have 3 different methods that I would like to share with you guys today. So yeah, it's quite similar to the first one, but then please stick around and enjoy it, okay? So here's a brief summary about IPEVO. It was founded back in 2007. We started out by designing and selling Skype phones, a device like this. And then later on, we transitioned into designing document cameras like this. This is actually one of our earliest model called Point to View. It was actually used to demonstrate how to use an iPad before. And currently, over half of the K-12 public schools in the States are actually using our IPEVO products. So thanks to you guys, we wouldn't be here without you guys. So thanks to you very much. Thank you. So the goal for IPEVO includes we would like to provide simple, powerful, and affordable products basically to facilitate people performing everyday tasks. So it doesn't matter if you're an educator or you're a attorney, musician, YouTuber, gamer, you name it now. We try to cater to your needs as much as possible, whether through our hardware or our software. So especially at times like this, when a lot of people are actually working from home, just let us know if there's anything that we can do for you in terms of software or hardware, and then we can try our best to cater to your needs. That's our goal. So here's a question. What is a document camera? So since IPEVO, we're known for making document cameras. So what is a document camera? People may ask. So essentially, a document camera is like a modern day overhead projector like this device right here, as well as a webcam. So it's like a combination of an overhead projector plus a webcam. Okay, so and then you get a result like this. This is our latest model called VZX. So it's very, very popular right now. So yeah, you can go on Amazon and check it out later, or go to our www.ipevo.com website and check it out later. Okay, so we have the following models that are adored by educators. Starting from the far left, we have point to view, P2V, point to view, USB document camera. Later on, we have VZ1. And then currently we have these 3 models on the market right now. V4K is this device right here. It's an entry model, USB cable, simply plug into your laptop or desktop and plug and play. Very easy to use. V4K. It's actually one of the most popular model right now. It's actually sold out right now on Amazon. So it's really good for remote teaching, remote learning, as well as remote working. And followed by, we have an upgrade from V4K, a VZR. It's a HDMI/USB document camera. So it's a dual mode. You can plug it in directly into a projector or TV straight up and then plug and play. So you can bypass laptops or computers. And so you don't have to worry about your laptop or desktop failing at one point or whatnot. Okay, so this is VZR. It comes with it's this device right here. It comes with an LED light right here, as well as a microphone right here. Okay, and with all these buttons right here, additional buttons right here, which includes filter, rotate, zoom in and zoom out, exposure buttons, as well as autofocus lock, focus button right here. So it's a very, very powerful standalone document camera, widely popular nowadays, as well as our latest model, our premium standalone document camera called VZX, wireless HDMI/USB document camera. On top of HDMI and USB, you can use it wirelessly with Wi-Fi. So you can pair it up with your laptop, your smartphone, your iPads, your Chromebooks, you name it, it works. It works like a charm, really easy to use as well. So basically, these three models right here are the models that we currently sell on the market. Okay, so let's get into our topic today. So today's topic is about IPEVO's remote learning methods in detail. So, um, so let's get started. So let's get started with our first. Oh yeah, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to just type it out on the Q&A section. Okay, if you have any Q&A questions, feel free to tap it out right there. Okay, we'll have the Q&A section later on. We can get into that later. Okay, so let's get started with today's easiest and it's like a beginner setup. It's IPEVO document camera plus Zoom. So you could either have like a V4K or a VZR or VZ1 or point to view, any of our IPEVO document cameras plus Zoom, which is the software that we're using right now for this webinar. The requirements for this setup includes the following: computer, internet access, IPEVO document camera, webcam, Zoom software, as well as your teaching, learning, work material. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. It's the devices and the work material that you use basically on a daily basis nowadays. And the instructions includes the following. First, you have to download Zoom at zoom.us and open Zoom, the software up, and then start a meeting like I did earlier and plug IPEVO document camera into your computer. Okay, and then invite your students to your meeting and then click share screen on Zoom. And then you can ask your students to start videos so you can see them. Okay, and then you can teach, learn, and work in real time. Okay, as simple as that, very simple. So here's a live example. I'm going to use my document camera right here to show you. I have a, currently I have a second here. I have my VZX right here with me. So I'm going to use VZX to demonstrate how to teach. Okay, VZX. It comes with a built-in battery right here that lasts 9 to 12 hours, as well as an action button right here. So you can take pictures or record videos on the go. Okay, and then like I said earlier, just like VZR, it comes with an LED light as well as a microphone right here. So if you think the environment is kind of dark, you can always turn on the LED light to brighten things up or light up the environment a bit. Okay, so I'm going to use this device to show you guys how to do the setup. So give me a second here. Okay. Okay. Share. Am I sharing my screen right now? There you go. Switch camera. Okay, there you go. I'm gonna switch the camera to my VZX. Sorry, I think there might be a little bit of lag. Can anyone see me or hear me at all? Give me a second here. Let me restart this. Heavy lag. Sorry about the lag. Perfect. I just restarted, so you should be able to see me. There you go. Okay. So this is me using my VZX. Okay. So to do, actually, just do it right here. Very easy to use. So let's say if I'm teaching music today, I want to talk about like major with 5 finger scales, and then you can talk about all the music notes, and then as well as how to place your fingers, the half notes and full notes and whatnot. You can go through all the music scores and everything together. And then you can play. Let's say if I want to play some Disney best hits, and then you can teach your students how to read music scores together. Okay. So today I'm going to go through the song, I See the Light. I see the light. And then you can teach them how to read music notes and then how to express new music through your teaching. Okay, so this is the easiest way for beginners, and this is actually the most popular method for educators out there. Actually, people just simply plug this IPEVO document camera into their desktop or laptop. Yeah, are you able to zoom? Yes, there are two ways to zoom in. Okay, so on our device, let me show you right here. We have this camera head right here, right? So there are two ways to zoom in. So you can simply lower down the camera head, go towards your document. Okay, this is a better way to zoom in since you'll get a clear image. This is like an optical zoom in. Okay, and then another way to zoom in is simply press the zoom button right here. There's a zoom in function right here, so I can zoom in. So I can press zoom in right here. Okay, I can lower down to zoom in. Okay, and then I can zoom in again. Doo, 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 doo. Okay, very simple, very straightforward. Okay, and then if you, yeah, lock in the focus, we have this button right here. It says autofocus lock. Once you press this blue button right here, press and hold for like 3 seconds and you'll hear beep sound. And then once you hear that beep sound, you know that the focus is locked. So you don't have to worry about, let's say if you're writing on your music score or anything, you don't have to worry about the focus going in and out all the time, okay? So that's that, okay? So this is the easiest way, easiest setup for anyone to use, okay? So this is our method number one. Um, yeah, you can always place our document camera, such as let's say a VZX, on top of your piano to play it, and then you can connect the VZX to, let's say, an external monitor so that your students get to see it from far back, or the students' parents get to see it as well. So it depends on your setup. There's no right or wrong. It's just different ways to teach. Okay, so let's get into our second method today. A second here. Okay, so the second method today that I'm going to talk about is the intermediate setup. It's basically the same setup plus visualizer software. So it's IPEVO document camera plus Zoom plus visualizer. Okay, so what is IPEVO visualizer? It's a software obviously developed by IPEVO. It allows you to live stream your images, as well as allows you to take snapshots, record videos, scan documents, even OCR, optical character recognition, so text-to-speech function, etc., etc. I'll get into details in a bit. So the requirements are basically the same, except you can download an additional IPEVO visualizer software right here. Okay, so this is the only difference from the first beginner setup. Okay, the instructions includes simply go to www.ipevo.com to download visualizer software and open visualizer software, and then you open Zoom, and then you can start a meeting. And then again, the process goes the same. Invite your students or guests to your meeting, and then click share screen on Zoom, and then ask your students or guests to start video so you can see them, so you can see their faces as well. And then teach, learn, and work in real time. Okay. So here's an example. Let's use my. Give me a second here. I'm gonna use my. Okay. Give me a second. Sorry. Let me see. Go to desktop. And then I'm gonna, so basically, give me a second here. Go here. So let's go here. You go to IPEVO. Let's go through this step by step. You go to ipevo.com first, and then you can scroll down. Once you scroll down, you see the software section. It says download IPEVO software for free. Click this. Okay. Click this, and then you see IPEVO visualizer software on the left. Keep in mind we have all the other software out there, such as Whiteboard and Annotator. But for the purpose of this webinar, I'm just going to talk about Web Visualizer. Okay, and scroll down, and then you see download now. Depending on what operating system you're using, simply download based on the operating system that you have. Since I'm using a MacBook, so I've downloaded my visualizer already. So I'm just going to open this visualizer software up. So the icon looks like this. Looks like an eyeball. And then here you go. This is a software. It's called Visualizer. So the default setting for this software is at snapshot function. Okay. So once you're at snapshot function, you get to see a lot of different functions. Oh, sorry. So as you can see right now, this is the zoom in feature on my music sheet music score right now. Okay, so this is live streaming. You can live stream this image to your students, and then see this pen function right here on the left. You can live annotate. Click this, and then they can start. Oops, sorry, my arm is in the way. So you can live annotate as well. You can be like, okay, so here's a note I want you to stress on, and play this note later, and the speed is at 98, etc., and then you can play pizzicato and whatnot, and slur the notes together, you know, play things around with it. And then you can erase them as well by pressing this erase button right here. And you can erase them. Or if you simply want to clear out everything, press this and then press clear all to clear everything. Okay, and you can also change the color as well as the size of the pen function. You can change it to blue if you want. You can change it to yellow if you want. So I see the light. Okay, and then if you want to record, you want to take a snapshot, there are two ways to do it. Obviously, you can simply click this button right here to take a snapshot, or there's a hotkey, which is the space bar on your desktop or on your keyboard. You press it, and then you can take a snapshot, and then you can go to your screenshot, your desktop, to see the snapshot that you just took, and then you can share this with your students as well if you want. Okay, very simple. So this is this. Once you don't want to annotate no more, press this button again to go back to the regular setting, the normal setting, and then we have all these functions right here for when you use Visualizer. Let's quickly go through this. This is a record button right here, which allows you to record videos. So this is very useful. Let's say if you want to record your presentation, record your lesson, if you want your students to record their lesson or presentation or homework assignments and whatnot, ask them to do so. They can download the software, and they can use our IPEVO iDocCam to download to record their video as well. Press this button to start record a video. When you record a video, you can also take a snapshot at the same time. So you can press the snapshot button right here to take a snapshot if you want. You can also mute, so it only records a video without voice. So you can also mute as well. Okay, and then you can pause the video if you want, and then continue recording if you want. And then once you finish recording, press this square button right here to finish recording your video, and then you can see the result on your desktop. Okay, so this is the result that I just took. Okay, so you get a sense of idea of what this function does, and then followed by this slow motion video, like basically like special effects. Actually, everything slows down. Live broadcast, you can live broadcast your entire presentation, your work, your lessons on YouTube if you want. This is for live broadcast on YouTube, and this is for time-lapse video. So for time-lapse, you can go to our settings right here. Go to settings, and then you can change the resolution as well as the quality of the image, as well as the interval, as meaning how often do you want to take a picture. So let's say 5 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute, etc. It's up to you. It's really fun to play with time-lapse video. I mean, you can use it to record the growing process of plants, or let's say like this is what I did last week with my colleagues. We were doing this project, and then uh, this this happened over a time period of, let's say, 40 minutes or so, and then it turns out to be like a 3-second video actually. So everything happened very slow, but then once you take a time lapse video, everything happens very quickly. Okay, so that's what time lapse video is all about: taking a sequence of pictures and then stitch them together. Okay, you can use it to record, let's say, sunset as well as insects or traffic, etc. Anything that interests you. And followed by, we have QR code scanner as well as barcode scanner, especially for in elementary school, since a lot of students still don't know how to type yet. So QR code and barcode is very useful for them. So you can press this function, and then for this one right here, all you have to do is simply put a barcode right here at the center. Oh, I don't have a barcode, but then for this purpose, we have a barcode. A QR code. We have a barcode right here actually. So if you place a barcode, let's see, so it's kind of hard. Barcode right here. Usually it'll just recognize it. It's kind of hard. Yeah. It'll recognize it, and then it'll turn into, oops, sorry. It'll just recognize it and then shows you what's on the barcode. Okay. So let's say if you install, let's say if you embedded a website on your QR code and let your students to scan the QR code, that's basically, I think that's the easiest way to use QR codes in an elementary school setting. And followed by, we'll have the split screen function right here, which allows you to show your face as well as your motions and gestures and postures and everything, as well as your material at the same time. Okay. So it's a newly developed function that's pretty popular nowadays as well. So for this function, you can also take a snapshot if you want. So by pressing this button right here, you can take a snapshot to record stuff. Okay, so that's split screen right here. Followed by, we have this stop motion video. Stop motion video is a very, very fun feature actually. So what it does is that you can take again a sequence of pictures and then stitch them together. Okay, so for example, I have this pen right here. Okay, and then all I have to do is press this button to take first snapshot, and then move my pen a little bit. Do you see that ghost image? So you can align your image if you want. I'm going to take the second shot, and then I'm going to move it a bit again to take my third shot, and then move it again to take my fourth shot. And then once I'm finished, wait a second. Ooh. And then I can take a fifth shot. And then sixth shot. So essentially, it allows you to take a series of sequence of pictures, and then you can stop it, and then you would turn them into a sequence, kind of like a short clip actually. So in this case, I did this video earlier today. It's a butterfly flying. Okay, so this is what stop motion video is all about: stitching a sequence of pictures together. Okay, and then I made this video last time. This is all stop motion videos. Okay, stop motion videos. Let's see again. 1, 2, 3, 4. I notice it's a bit laggy. Sorry about the lag. Okay, so this is visualizer. Something's wrong with my laptop. Sorry, I'm just gonna quickly restart my software. Okay. And then followed by we have magnifying glass and then scan document. So let's say if you want to digitize your material, um, it's quite simple actually. All you have to do is again, sorry, I'm just gonna align this document a bit. Look nicer. Okay, there you go. There are two ways to do it. You can they can automatically detect the area that you want to select to scan, or you can press this button right here, select area to crop, and then you can crop the area that you want to scan yourself. Okay, and then you can save them in PDF format if you want. Okay, so you can press this button to take a snapshot, and then you can flip the pages and then take a second snapshot, and then oh, it's actually a CD. Okay, imagine it's another music shoot. Then once you're finished, press this PDF button right here to stop. And then you save the image onto your desktop right here. So this is the result of the work that I just scanned. Okay, so you can scan, you can digitize your documents, and then you can send it to your students, or you can ask your students to scan their files and send it to you, etc., etc. Okay, so that's scanning function. Followed by we have OCR, which is text to speech. Uh, it's a function. Let me quickly show you as well. It's a pretty interesting one as well, I would say. So the tip for using OCR is that first you have to realize that here we go. There are several keys to remember when using OCR function. The first key is to always try to zoom in to the text as much as possible. And second of all, always have white background and then black text. Okay, white background and black text, because this way you have the best results by having the greatest, the biggest contrast in the image. Okay, and then you can pass this scan function right here. Oh, sorry, OCR function right here, and then it will start scanning, analyzing. Okay, see, and then once they analyzed it, and then you can play it back right here by pressing the. So it's pretty accurate. So we are P's from A to, it's actually Z, A to Z, but they recognize it and turn it into 2 actually. But you can play back, and then you can change the playback speed. You can play faster if you want. Okay, so when you're lazy, if you're tired of teaching or reading, you can actually use this function. Okay, it's pretty interesting. Okay, so these are the main functions of Visualizer, followed by uh, we have this mode right here. It's called a large icon mode. So with all these icons right here, it will be even bigger. So it's really good for people with visual impairment, people with bad eyesight. This is a really good mode for them, or for anyone to use actually, if you want to see things bigger. Okay, everything is basically the same. Okay, and then let's go back. Where did my software go? E. Hello. Oh, sorry. I think my computer just crashed. Oh, I really need a new computer. There you go. Sorry, I just crashed. Okay, let's restart. Sorry, guys. Okie dokie. I'm just gonna switch it back. Okay, and then let's quickly go over here. This camera setting. This is basically a camera setting. You can select the camera that you want to use. Since I'm using a MacBook Pro right here, so it has a built-in FaceTime HD camera. So you can either select this one or select your IPEVO document camera. In this case, I'm using my VZX right here. And then you can adjust the brightness, contrast, gamma, hue, saturation, sharpness of your image if you want. There are 2 keystones that I really want to point out. For these one, sometimes when image looks a little bit wacky, looks kind of out of shape, you can always use this to adjust the image a bit to make it right. Okay, let's say imagine you're using like a wide lens camera to shoot pictures. Sometimes the image on the sides looks kind of funky, right? So you can use this vertical keystone as well as horizontal keystone to adjust the image a bit. If not, you can always reset the default. Okay, and with this function right here, this is zoom in. You can zoom all the way in if you want. Okay, and then rotate button right here, so you can rotate the image without actually moving your text. So let's say for 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 90 degrees again, and go back to 0. You can also mirror your image from left to right, okay, or top down, okay, and followed by our resolution as well as ratio. So since our IPEVO document cameras are 8 megapixel, which means our highest resolution is 3264 times 2448, which is pretty much equivalent to 4K resolution on TV. But if you're streaming live to your students, if I were you, I would suggest using a lower resolution to have a better, smoother image quality. 1080p. 1080p is the one I usually go for. And then you can customize the ratio you want to have. 3:2, 4:3, 16:9, it's up to you. And then followed by exposure. If you want to make it brighter or make it darker, okay? It's up to you. And then white balance. It's about having a warmer image. The further to the right, the warmer the image it becomes. The further to the left, the colder the image becomes, okay? And then you could always unlock the white balance. And followed by, we have this focus button right here. You can click this to have manual focus, or you can simply let our document camera do the work. It has really excellent autofocus function itself, so you don't really have to do anything about that. And for video filters, we have it depends on what operating system you have. For this one right here, for Mac OS, I have 9 different filters right here. So we have black and white, inverted black and white, red on black, yellow on black, yellow on blue, white on blue, inverted color, grayscale, as well as sepia. Oh, it's really good for basically anyone to play around with. Personally, I like to play around with it myself too. So it just spices things up a bit, especially for artists or for visually impaired people. I know that yellow on black is specifically good for people with dyslexia, because I was at a expo, and then there's this parent who told me that his son has dyslexia, and the yellow on black is really good for his son. So that's why I'm pointing this out for you guys. That's what I learned. Okay, so that's that. And then if you look to the bottom right corner right here, let me see right here. You see all these functions right here. So right now my LED light is turned on my VZX document camera, so I can turn it off by pressing this button. And then I can freeze the image if I want. And then I can flip through the textbook if I want, or if you're actually using our document camera as a webcam, you can always freeze the image, munch on your burger, finish your coffee, and then go back to live image again if you want. Okay, once you press this button again, the image goes live again. Oh, sorry, something's. Ugh, my document camera is there. Oh, maybe my software visualizer is not very cooperating today for some reason. Ah, oh, there you go. Okay, and then followed by, we have this picture-in-picture mode. As you can see, you see a smaller me inside this visualizer square. So you can use this and set this camera to your webcam, so your students get to see you if you want. This is another option for your students to see you. Okay. Or if, let's say, if you have another additional document camera or another webcam or something, you could use this for the third camera that you want to have. And then followed by, we have reading aids right here. So it's like a highlighter. It highlights the area that you want your students to focus on. Okay, we're P's from A to Z. Now tell us, please. And then if you press this button again, you see it says reading aids slash masking. Okay, so once you press this button again, it turns the whole picture, the entire screen, to black except a certain area. So uh, it's actually a pretty cool function, I would say. So it's kind of like just highlighting, except it's masking. It serves basically the same purpose, except this one is more hardcore, I would say. And then if you press your click on and right click on your mouse at the same time, you can increase the width. Okay, so we are P's from A to Z. Now tell us please. Okay, so this is rating 8, and then followed by we have grid lines right here, left horizontal grid line, vertical, and then we have this grid lines. You can use it to play, let's say, bingo games, math games, anything you want to play with, chess games if you want. And then the last one is focus button, which you don't really have to worry about. Okay, so that's the main idea of having visualizer software. Okay, so you can use visualizer as well as our document camera to live stream easily, and then you can scan documents, record videos, do all kinds of cool things with it. Okay. Ooh. So I have this book right here, Louis Armstrong. Okay, so let's quickly go back to our presentation. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh yeah, I did show you the time-lapse video. Okay, so here's the most advanced setup, the event setup that I want to show you guys today. It's IPEVO, iDocCam plus Zoom plus Visualizer. So we already know about Zoom and Visualizer, right? So now we're going to talk about IPEVO, iDocCam. It's our latest software app. So what is iDocCam? Essentially, it's an app that allows you to transform your cell phone, like my iPhone right here, into a document camera. But as you notice, my cell phone is still a cell phone. It doesn't come with a stand, doesn't come with a base like a document camera has, right? So it's very different. Um, Cell phone is for personal use. Document camera, you can transfer it, let your students use as well. So it serves a different purpose. And plus the fact that my cell phone comes with a glass screen, right? So once you drop it, it's not gonna be pretty, right? So you don't want to drop your cell phone. But with our document camera, it's made out of thermoplastic, very sturdy, very durable. So you don't really have to worry much about that. But just don't drop any device, basically. That's the idea. So those are the main differences. One is for personal usage, one is more for public usage, and the fact that the material they use are very different. Okay, so iDocCam transforms your cell phone into a document camera. Let's get started. So the requirements for this setup includes basically the same thing as we talked about earlier, except there's new feature right here, which is the iDocCam app. Okay, I'm gonna get into talk about that in a bit. So the instructions includes the following. So you go to your App Store or Google Play Store, depends on what kind of a cell phone you have. Since mine is an iPhone, so I'm going to use App Store later. I'll show you guys that in a bit. Then download iDocCam, and then connect your cell phone and computer to the same Wi-Fi network. And then turn on your iDocCam app on your smartphone, and turn on your visualizer software on your computer, and then select your smartphone's iDocCam on visualizer's camera setting. And then open Zoom, you can start a meeting and then invite your students, friends, coworkers to your meeting and start teaching, learning, and working. Okay, so these are the instructions. Okay, it's way more complicated than the previous two. So let's walk through it together and then so you have an idea of how it actually works. So let me show you my, okay. Okay, dokie, give me a second here. So I have, give me a second. Da, da, da. Okay, so once you search for iDocCam, yes, just so you know, there will be recordings available for you guys. So No worries, no worries if you missed the first part. So we're talking about iDocCam right now. Once you search iDocCam on your cell phone, you'll see two different apps. One is iDocCam, and the other one is iDocCam OTS. Either one of them will work. Either one of them is functional. Okay, I'll get into the difference later. Okay, their differences. So once you turn on iDocCam, this is the app. It looks like this. It has the function of light, exposure, white balance, autofocus, manual focus, freeze the image if you want. And with this eye right here, eye contact right here, the icon right here. Once you press this button right here, it turns off your cell phone screen to save battery. Since it's your cell phone, it's not really meant to become like used for like long periods of time, but for a couple hours you'll be fine. So this button right here allows you to save some battery life on your cell phone when you use your cell phone as a document camera. Okay, and with this function right here, it flips the camera from rear camera to front camera. Let's see this. Ooh, okay, so that's me and my document camera, and then back. Okay, and then we have settings right here, and then you can check out how to use our uh, iDocCam software. Okay, so this is iDocCam. Essentially, when you turn on light, you can adjust the brightness of the light that's on your cell phone. You can go to max, or you can turn it off. Okay, exposure again, basically make your image brighter or dimmer. Okay, and then followed by we have white balance. Again, it depends. It's it's about making your image warmer or colder. Okay, so right here, warmer and colder. Okay, and then autofocus and manual focus, basically the same thing. So for this purpose, I have I'm gonna put my cell phone on a box, because since my cell phone doesn't come with a stand, right? So I'm gonna put my cell phone on a box. It's a Beats box right here, right here. So it serves as a stand for me. Okay, and then I can use it as a document camera. Okay, okay, and then next up, let me show you my screen so you can see. Give me a second here. Desktop. Okay. Next, you go to your Wi-Fi setting right here, and then my laptop is connected to mic, and then I want to make sure that my cell phone is connected to mic as well. So let me show you my cell phone. Oh, see, my cell phone is connected to mic as well, so we're good. So my cell phone and my laptop are connected to the same Wi-Fi network. Next is you turn on iDocCam, and then you turn on your visualizer software, which is, let's show you right here, visualizer. Okay, you turn on your visualizer software, and then you go to camera setting right here. You select your camera. You see this drop-down menu right here. You see iDocCam underscore Michael Pai's iPhone bracket nearby bracket. Yeah, I see another one's called iDocCam underscore Michael Pai's iPhone number 1. Why do you have two options right here? So first of all, if you connect your cell phone and your laptop to the same Wi-Fi network, you'll see this function right here. Uh, doesn't matter if you have like an iPhone or an Android phone, you will always see this function right here. You will always see your cell phone in this drop down menu. Okay. However, if you have two Apple devices, let's say since I'm using iPhone and a MacBook, both of them are Apple products, right? So we have additional functions called nearby. Since it's just an additional function that we offer, our software offers, okay? So for the purpose of this function, of this testing, we can check out the nearby function. And then, oops, sorry. See, this is the image that you see from my cell phone. Okay, this is the image that you see from my cell phone. Okay, let's see. You can use this to talk about math if you want. So let's draw a little bit of a graph. So for math teachers out there, please bear with me. I'm not really good at math, but I'll try my best. So you can x-axis, y-axis, and then you can draw another line right here. Pardon my drawing skills. Okay. And then you can teach them the formula for this graph. Okay. So this is 3 and this is also 3 if I'm right. Okay. So what's the equation for this line right here? Gosh, I don't really know. But anyway, that's the idea. Okay, so you can teach anything. You can teach math. You can teach science or anything with your iDocCam software on your cell phone. So you can say like y uh, 2 plus 2x equals 8. Oh gosh, this is too hard. Okay, I'm messing myself now. No, that's not good. Okay, so that's that. Okay, you can play around with math, or you can ask your students to draw something that's simple. It's more simple, I would say. Kangaroos. You can trace and print K on your textbook. You know, you can ask them to draw K on this piece of paper if you want, right? Okay. Or draw K if you want, print K and K. You know, you can play around with anything, or you can read a book with them if you want. So you want to go dog sledding, okay? And then, wee, dog sledding. Okay, so I mean, just an example. You can read books, you can play math, solve math problems. You can do all kinds of things together. What should we do tonight? I literally just want to hang out like all night long. You know, have fun, right? Read some books with your students, reading time, you know, have some storytelling time. No. So you can use your cell phone as a document this way by simply download our latest app called iDocCam. Okay, let's quickly go over. Sorry, we're a little bit behind. Let me quickly go over, go back to our presentation. Sorry, guys. Okay. So the difference between iDocCam and iDocCam OTS is that, as you can see, the graph, basically they are the same thing. Their icons are the same. Their functions are the same. They also update every now and then. And then, however, the only difference is that iDocCam, this one right here, you can pay by monthly. There's a monthly fee or annually fee. I think $9.99 per. Sorry, it's 99 cents per month, and then I think it's like $9.99 annual fee, and then for a one-time fee, it's a different fee. So you can do your own calculation. Depends on how often do you think you can use this app, and then you can decide whether you want to go for the monthly fee one or the annual fee, or you can think get the OTS version, which is like a one-time fee, and then you can use it for the rest of your life. Okay, so that's basically the only difference. Depends on how you want to pay them, and then you can use them. So the tips of using iDocCam, like I said before, if you have Apple products, if you're using two Apple products, as you saw earlier, you can see a visualizer's nearby function to connect your iDocCam with your visualizer. Okay, nearby function. If you're using two Apple products. If you're using Android products, you must connect your cell phone and your computer to the same Wi-Fi network. Okay, so you must connect your cell phone and computer to the same network. Wi-Fi, same Wi-Fi network. Sorry. Either way, okay. And both your cell phone and computer's Wi-Fi and Bluetooth have to be turned on to stream images on Visualizer, where you want to use iDocCam. Okay, so that's the tips for using iDocCam. Here's a video if you want to use iDocCam with an Apple TV and a TV. Okay, so I made this video earlier. I want to show you guys. Alright, so for the purpose of this video, I'm going to show you how to use iDocCam with Apple TV and a TV, okay? So what you see in front of you is the TV, and I have an Apple TV at the bottom right there, the black box right there. And then I have my cell phone right in front of me, iPhone right in front of me, and then all I have to do is press the screen mirroring function right here, and then search for Apple TV right here, and then press this button right here to start projecting and casting image onto the TV. And then all you have to do right now is I'm gonna look for an iDocCam app, which is this one right here. Okay, and then once I press that button, I can start casting image live. And as you can see on my cell phone right here, so these are the functions, control functions that you see on your cell phone. It's a bit different than the iDocCam, those icons that I showed you earlier. Those are smaller icons on your cell phone, right? But then once you pair it up with the Apple TV, you get this special feature, larger icon mode. But essentially all the functions are the same. Filter, zoom, rotate, exposure, snapshot, record button right here. I'm going to start recording. Autofocus, manual focus, light, freeze, white balance, settings, flip camera from rear camera and front camera. And again, you can turn on your cell phone screen or turn it off to save battery life. And then for this function, this icon right here, what it does is that it goes back to your original iDocCam's user interface. The smaller icons, as you can see on the left hand side. If you want to switch back to the bigger icon mode, go to see that top right corner right here. You see this icon right here. Press it, and then you see this larger icon mode for you to see and for you to use. It's really good for you to use it to present any material, to teach, or for any presentation use actually. Okay, it's an excellent tool. Very easy to use. Okay, let's get started. So, for example, I'm going to talk about big cats today. Big cats, big cats. So, we have all kinds of big cats like lions and tigers and whatnot. So, if I want to talk about this, if I don't have like a phone stand, all I have to do is freeze the image if I want, and then I can talk about it. And then after I finish talking about it, and then I can move on to the next subject I want to talk about. And then after I move on to this next subject, and then I can unfreeze the image to show you what I'm about to talk about. For example, in this case, it's Europe. And then there are two different ways to zoom in this kind of case. You can either lower your camera, get closer to your material, like this, or you can simply use the zoom function on your iDocCam to zoom it even further. Giant's Causeway. Okay, very easy to use.
Very simple, very intuitive. Okay, North Sea Fisherman. Okay, North Sea Highland Games, etc., etc. And we can talk about Poland. Cool. Okay, very simple, very easy to use. Okay, and last but not least, we also have puffins here. Look at them. How cute are they? Right? So after you talk about all the stuff that you want to talk about, well, there's one last thing I want to mention is that people loves you guys. We love you all very much. So if you like us, if you like our iDocCam app, please make sure to give us a good rating. Tell us that you like us and motivate us so we can keep on improving. And we love you guys very much. Please, thank you very much.
Okay, so and then let's keep going back to our presentation right here. Thank you very much, guys. And then I'll try my best to send you guys the video later on as well. It's a pretty cool feature, I would say. Basically, just pair up your iDocCam with an Apple TV. If you have an Apple TV in your classroom or even at home, it's really cool. Try it out. Yeah, I think you guys will love it. Really cool. You have all these larger icon on your cell phone, which you can use it as a controller when you're doing a presentation. It's really cool. Really, really cool. Okay, so before coronavirus, we attended expos. Like earlier this year, we went to Miami for FETC, and then we have teachers using our document cameras in the classroom to teach math, music, and then right now, during coronavirus, we have a lot of educators using our devices at home to teach visual arts. This one is a V4K. This one is a V4K to teach board games. This one is another VCR to teach math. This one is a V4K to teach music. This one is a VCR to teach engineering. This one is another one, V4K to teach science. And if you want to learn more about IPEVO, you can go to Amazon and check out our Amazon ranking as well as bestsellers, or you can just check out bestsellers if you want. Uh, does a Chromecast? Yes, actually, it does Chromecast too. But you have to do a little bit of settings too. You have to download Chromecast's what's it called? It has a Chromecast app, right? You have to go through that app and do a little bit of setting. Then you can pair it up with it as well. Maybe next time I'll talk about it. So you can check out Amazon's bestsellers, and then you'll see our point 2V device right here. This is our V4K, and this is our VZX. And then you can check out the ratings and as well as the comments if you want. Okay, and then sorry, I'm running a bit late, so I'm gonna do a little bit faster, go through a little bit faster. And then we have uh, actually 4 different social media. We have Twitter, and then we have Instagram, as well as Facebook, and then we also have LinkedIn. But LinkedIn is more corporate like, so I'm just gonna talk about Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. So for Twitter, we have a lot of users, educators out there using our products, and then they constantly share how they use our products. So we really like to retweet them. We really like to thank them. So that's what Twitter. That's how we use our Twitter account. We would like to show our appreciation or our appreciation to all of our users out there. Basically just give out shout outs to people. For example, this one right here. Thanks to all those who recommended visualizers. I went for the IPEVO V4K. Thank you guys very much for supporting us. We have a lot of videos and then blogs out there, as well as people sharing how they use our devices. So if you want to learn something new, or if you want to get inspiration, you can feel free to come out to our Twitter account to check them out. Okay, and then we also have obviously we have Instagram as well as Facebook. So for Instagram, uh, we post a lot of our past expos images, as well as current practices that we have right now that we do. I'd say uh, you can use our, see, these are expo pictures, expo pictures, And then you can see we have pictures of our VCX with a microscope, how to use our devices at home, work from home setting. And then this is iDocCam. And then a webinar. And then, so you get the idea of, say, this one right here says remote learning and working with IPEVO document camera. So we have a lot of information as well as resources on our social media as well. So feel free to come on, and then please support us by like our fan page, and by following us. That really help us a lot. That would definitely motivate us. Okay, please, thank you so much. And then followed by, last but not least, we also have Facebook. Again, it's very similar to Twitter as well as Instagram. Uh, if you have any time, please come up to our Facebook fan page, and like our Facebook page. That will mean a lot to us. Thank you guys very much. Okay. Okay. So that's pretty much it. We share a lot of information, videos, as well as blog posts on all these social media platform. Okay. And then later on, we also have, if you want more resources, feel free to go to IPEVO's how to section, as well as YouTube. Simply search for IPEVO. You get more than 100 videos about how to use our document cameras. For example, this one right here says teaching music online with the IPEVO VCR document camera. So feel free to go to YouTube as well as IPEVO's how to section to check out how to use our devices. Quickly go over some Q&As, questions. Sorry guys for running late. Give me a second here. Somehow, sorry. Okay, there you go. So, let's quickly go through some questions right here. Let me switch to the video option within Zoom. So with Zoom, I think if you're new to Zoom, I think just please spend some time to get familiar with Zoom as well. It's a really powerful tool. I myself spend like hours, days, and to familiarize with it as well. It's very, very useful. You can always press the switch button to switch between your, let's say, your camera, webcam camera, as well as your document camera. Okay, that's what I did earlier. I switched between my doccam as well as my webcam that's built in on my laptop. When will products be available for purchases again? Gosh, sorry about that. I mean, yeah, it's actually sold out right now for V4K and VZR, but then depends. I think they're coming out soon. Actually, we're trying to restock them as fast as possible. So please check on our website or on Amazon. And then we'll try to get back to you guys as soon as possible. In the meantime, please try out our iDocCam app. It's a really, really cool app. It's definitely one of my favorite apps right now, actually. Switch camera using to switch a camera mode for Jennifer, right? Is that using the video settings in the Zoom interface? No, I use the visualizer camera mode to switch between. Well, it depends on what you want to talk about, actually. So for me, I was using visualizer, right? I was using visualizer to switch between my webcam as well as my doccam. But you can do the same thing with Zoom software as well. So I would say you can do both. Ooh. And then let me see. So this where with Google Meets. Yes, Google. Yes, our document cameras will work with Google Meets too, and we actually have articles and videos regarding how to use IPEVO document cameras with Google Meets too. So please check out www.ipevo.com and simply go to how to section, and then you'll see Google Meets, how to use IPEVO document with Google Meets. Okay. What kind of webcam am I using right now? I'm just using my laptop's built-in webcam. Actually, mine is a MacBook Pro, 2013 version. It just came with it, so I'm not using any additional webcam, but just a built-in webcam on my laptop. Okay. Does Visualize work on Chromebooks? Yes, it does work on Chromebooks. So you can go to Chromebook and then download Visualizer as an extension or as a software as well. So either way will work. And then uh, yes, and then yes, I'll have a recorded version of this webinar, so I can send it to you guys later on for sure. Uh-huh. Then yes, you guys will receive a copy of this presentation. Yes, same thing. How can we get a certificate of completing this training? That's a good question. Maybe we'll work into that later on. Okay. Thank you very much for your suggestion. Can you switch between your computer and the doc-cam? Yes, for sure. You mean, I guess you mean by your computer's webcam and your doc-cam, right? So in this case, I can constantly change it back and forth actually. Uh, so let's say if I'm using Visualizer software right here, right now, I can go to my camera setting right here, and then I can select between my webcam, which is my built-in webcam on my laptop. Okay, that's me. Or this is the VZX document camera that I was using. So you see my cell phone as well as the textbook that I was using. Or you can pair it up with my iPhone. My iPhone's iDocCam. So you can switch it between multiple devices actually, not just your DocCam and your computer actually. Does the visualizer work with iPad Pro? Yes, it does. Okay, yes, it does. Is there a new product coming out in July? Is it replacing the VCR? Later on, we're working on a different model. That's all I can say. Nah. Of a first generation IPEVO.cam, does visualizer work with that? Yes, it does. So doesn't matter you have point to view or POV, it works with visualizer software as well. Okay. I have to. I'm using visualizer to record picture happen. Control the sound and single visual do something. Okay, so if you're using VZX to record picture in picture, I would say when you have like when your audio is not synced, I would say simply lower the resolution. Try to lower the resolution, and then that way usually it's better for syncing your audio as well as your video. Okay. Okie dokie. And I have a Lenovo laptop. I guess use the camera from the document camera? Uh, so in that case, you have to, if you have a Lenovo laptop, you can either purchase one of our IPEVO document camera or download iDocCam on your cell phone, and then download Visualizer software on your Lenovo laptop to pair up with your IPEVO document camera or your cell phone. So your iDocCam on your cell phone. Okay, so there are several different ways to do this. Did I just freeze my own image? Yes, I did. I did. Okay, so that's that. Okay. Okay. Can you repeat the benefits, functions of Visualizer again? So for Visualizer, you can use it to live stream images, record videos, take snapshots, scan documents. It even has an OCR text-to-speech function, which allows you to scan a paragraph, an article, and then what it does is it reads it word by word back to you. Okay, so it's really powerful, and you can use it to record time-lapse videos, slow motion videos, stop motion videos, etc., etc. Okay. Okie dokie. Thank you guys so very much. And then, so at the end of this webinar later on, we'll send you an email regarding survey. So we would like to gather as many feedbacks possible, as much as possible. And then because of your feedback, we'll based on your feedback to develop newer, more improved products. And then please fill out a survey, and then you get a chance to win an IPEVO notebook or an IPEVO iDocCam redeem code. Okay, so iDocCam is, I think personally, it's a really cool app. So go check it out. Uh, Try it out. Okay. And then if you have any questions, please feel free to email me at michaelpye@ipevo.com or simply go to www.ipevo.com/self-support. And then thank you guys so very much for your time, and please stay safe and healthy. I wish you guys all the best. And then really, I wish you guys are staying very healthy and safe right now. I mean, this coronavirus is, it's pretty nasty, right? So I really wish you guys all the best. And then thank you guys so very much. Until next time, please be safe and healthy. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.